Hi, today I'm going to show you some signs for vegetables and things that you might be growing in a garden. I know some people have gardens, which is a letter G, and you make kind of rectangle like that, or you might be buying vegetables in the store or at a farmer's market. So store is like you're holding up something you're selling. Farm is your hand like this going across your mouth, like the farmer's growing lots of good things to eat. And then we have this part, like we have teacher, we have farmer. So I'm going to show you in my garden the things that I'm growing. The sign for vegetable comes from the sign for apple, which you might know with your knuckle and your cheek. And you can sign fruit with an F or V for vegetable. And when you're looking around your garden, you might know the sign look, like you're looking at something, but if you're looking for something and seeking for it, you make a C with your hand and look around like this. So in the vegetable garden, sometimes we have to look for things and find the things that are growing. So the first thing I'm going to show you is the green beans, which are definitely, you use this sign because we have to look and look. There's lots of different leaves. You have to look for the ones that are big enough. Here's one. Here is a green bean. The sign for green bean shows the shape of the bean, just like that. Now I'm going to show you some plants, some vegetables that are good for salads. Salad is like you're tossing the salad to get the dressing all over it. One of them is lettuce. For lettuce, you kind of bonk your head like that. Right down here, I have some lettuce plants. So sometimes they grow big like a person's head. These ones are all kind of separate leaves. Over here is a cucumber plant. Cucumbers are really nice for salads too. Let's see, I'm going to look for a cucumber. Oh, here's one. And I can pick it. So the sign for cucumber is like you're holding the cucumber like that and slicing it. So we go like that. Another thing that is nice on a salad is a tomato. And tomato has a similar sign. I'm going to find one and I'll show you the sign. Tomato plants like to grow very big. Oh, there's a tomato. So they're red, so we do the red part, and then we show red, and this is the sign for slice or cut. So it's like the red thing that we cut. Because you might, if you have a big tomato, you might slice it for a sandwich or to put on a hamburger or something like that. Another vegetable that you might grow or you might buy is corn. This is corn. I don't have a real corn, so this is just a fake toy one. So corn is like your finger is the ear of corn, and you're going to bite it to eat it like that. Another one that I'm not growing myself, but I have a toy one of, is peppers. Now, if you take a pea and just shake it, that's pepper like you put salt and pepper on your food at the table. But you can do it with a color and say green pepper, or red pepper, or yellow pepper. And that's a pretend. That's a very small pepper. That's just from my toys. The sign for toy is like the sign for play with Y's, but you do it with a T, or you can spell it toy, like that. Now, I have a fence here on this garden. I'm going to go around the other side. Show you a fence might be used in a garden if you have animals that want to eat all the food. So for fence, you just pull sideways, or you might have a gate, which pivots like that. I don't have a gate, but I'm going to step over the fence and find a carrot. Now, carrots grow down in the dirt. The other vegetables that I found, I was picking off the vine, but carrots we can pull up from the ground. There's one. And there is my carrot. Some people sign carrot just with a tap. Some people like to kind of break it off And some people like to make a chomp, like they're chomping a carrot. And those are nice on a salad too. I have two other vegetables that grow in the ground, and we have to pull up or dig up. This first one, its top part grows tall and thin, and it's an onion. Onion is sort of like the sign for apple, but you do it right on your eye because onions make you cry when you cut them. That's not because you're sad, but they make your eyes water. So we do the sign like this right in your eye. Another one that we dig up is a potato. Potatoes grow a top part, and then when it dies, then we can dig up the potatoes. Oh, here's one. The sign for potato is like your hand is a potato and you're poking it with a fork before you bake it in the oven, because if you bake a potato and don't poke holes, sometimes they can explode and makes a big mess. There are some vegetables that don't have signs, and so people spell their names. One of those is squash, S-Q-U-A-S-H, squash. And they make a really big plant like this. And squash plants look like this, and so do pumpkins. Pumpkin, you can take your middle finger and thump, like you're thumping the pumpkin to see if it's ripe. And squash, here's one I can show you. There's a baby one. So if there's a vegetable that you eat a lot and it doesn't have a sign name, you can just make a sign that you're going to use just in your family to show what it is. So like if you eat a lot of squash, you could show like the shape of it, or for zucchini you could just do the Z instead of spelling the whole word if kids in their family are really young and spelling it is too hard and you want to talk about them. I have one more thing I'm going to show you, which is we have some grapes growing here. And grapes are a fruit, not a vegetable, but I want to show you the sign. There's a lot of grapes growing there. They're changing to be purple. The sign for grapes is like your hand is a bunch of grapes and you make kind of little dots like that. You can do it with an R to show raisins, like if you had a bunch of grapes and they changed and got dry and they turn into raisins. So I really enjoyed showing you things that were growing. So if you have a garden and you're picking things, here's the word for this is like harvesting or collecting, like you're gathering everything in. So you go outside and look for all the things that are ready to harvest, you can use that sign. So I hope you're enjoying the end of summertime, and I'll see you later.